option, guys, we just want to have 2 weights. Again, we're not using anything for stability here. This is just freestanding. So just following along best that we can. We're going to turn our toes out. We're going to have the weights start up by our shoulders. Keep your shoulders back, chest lifted, and we're going to drop down and then curl the weights up. Inhale, exhale, curl. So we're going here for 10. Inhale, exhale, 9. Inhale, exhale, 8. Inhale, exhale, 7. 6, keeping the chest lifted. Here's 5. Breathing here, 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And 1. Good. Now we're going to switch. Weights face one another. We're going to come down. We're going to lift our elbows side and close. So from the side, it looks like this. Elbows are just coming straight up to the side and down. Keep that breath going for 8. And 7. Good. Breathing here, 6. Keep your chest lifted. 5. Good. Here's 4. Breathing here, 3. Good. Here's 2. Now on 1, hold. Rotate the weights up. We're going to sink down. Press those weights overhead. Inhale. Exhale. And we're going for 8. Good. 7. Breathing here, 6. And 5. Good. Breathing here, 4. And 3. Good. Breathing 2. And 1. Okay. Hold it down. Let's push elbows and knees back for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Pressing back 2. Now on 1, lock it back and just close the elbows and open. Try to keep your elbows in line with your shoulders here. 8. Good, guys. We're almost there. 7. Keep that breath going. 6. Here's 5. Breathing 4. Breathing 3. Almost there. 2. Good. Last 1. You're going to open. You're going to turn your wrists to face one another and do a little pump up. Do little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pull those elbows in. Step up. 1 more standing exercise before we move down to the mat. So we're going to squat back. Let our hips sit way back. Keep our back as flat as we can. We're going to pull the elbows back. Lift the heels lower. Straighten up. Rise to our toes. Bend the elbows and let the weights drop behind the head and up. So we're going to squat down. Pull the elbows back. Hit those triceps here. Straighten the legs. Rise up to your toes. Drop the weights behind the head with a tricep extension. And squat again. 8. This is a great one for just getting a full body engagement. We're hitting triceps, calves, core, back. All the way up through our balance here. Standing legs, everything working. 7. Keep that breath going. Slow and controlled movements. 6. Good. Up. Drop it back and up. 5. Good. Up. Drop and up. 4. Pull those elbows back. Lift the heels. Keep your back flat. 3. Drop those weights behind the head. 6. Pull. Down, up. Drop behind the head. Lift. And here's 2 more. Good. Keep that breath going. Woo. Last one. Down. Pull. And extend. Down behind the head. Up and release. Good. Shoulders back. Awesome job, you guys. Let's go ahead and grab our mat. We're going to roll it out and we're going to do some work here on the floor. So, once you're there, finding yourself with each weight, okay? We're going to go ahead, plant our heels down, sit tall as we can, weights out in front of us, and gently roll down to the mat. So weights are up. We're going to go ahead, bring the balls of the feet in a little bit, and then lift the pelvis and tuck so our lower back lays flat. We're going to extend the left leg up as the elbows come down. We're going to rotate and flex the foot, and then bring it back in. So we're rotating those arms so that the wrists face outward towards the knees, and then elbows come in by the ribs when we come down. We're going 8. Good. Here's 7. Good. Here we have 6. Breathing. Here's 5. Keep those hips high. 4. Good. Here's 3. Breathing here. 2. And 1. Okay. We're going to hold our weights up, bring those weights together, and just pump up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Place that ball with the left foot down. Right leg comes up. We're going to go right back to this. So when we come down, elbows are touching. We're going to come up, rotate weights up. So we're going to flex that foot and lower when that happens. So we're coming down and flex lower. Good. Keep that going. And flex lower. So actually, sorry, I messed up here, guys. We're just going to keep our hips up the whole time. I forgot about that on this side. So hips stay up. We'll add the pulses in a moment. We're going to just flex the foot and lower, point and lift. Weights are still rotating and coming back by our rib cage. So sorry about adding those couple little taps. Hopefully you just got an extra little glute work in there. So we're going to do 2 more. Last one here. Now we're going to hold it up. Now those pumps. For 10, 9, lifting 8, 7. Keep that breath going. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. You're going to go ahead, drop one weight off to the side, okay? We're going to lift our chest and extend that left leg. We're going to pass the weight behind the right leg. Switch left leg. Pass behind the left. So we're switching our legs and passing that weight through. Okay, so we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring both legs up. Let's grab both weights and let's turn out a little bit. We're going to go out for 2, in for 2 with those arms and legs. Out for 2, in for 2. Working through those inner thighs, working through the chest here. For 8, 7, that breath going. 6, good. 5, breathing here. 4, feel those inner thighs. 3, doing awesome, guys. Here's 2. Okay, last 1. Now, arms and legs go out for 2, away from one another, in for 2. Out for 2, away, in for 2. Let's go for 8, and in. Good, here's 7, and in. Keep that breath going. 6, and in. Here we have 5, and in. Keep that breath going. 4, in. 3, in. Here we have 2, and in. Last one, out, and in. Very good. Now lower your legs to an angle. We're going to reach our weights up. See if we can come up to a tweezer position. Bring our weights overhead and see if we can just do some chest or some overhead presses. For 10, holding that tweezer position. 9. Here's 8. 7. Keep your breath going. 6. 5. Really strong here, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place the weights down. Beautiful job. Fingers face your toes. Lift your chest, maybe let your head drop back. This should feel really nice for the shoulders. Pushing that chest forward. Okay, let's plant our feet flat down. Fingers again, face the toes. And we're going to roll our hips up here in line with our shoulders. Bend your elbows for 1, 2, 3, and 4 times. Now extend your right leg. See if you can tap with your left hand. Place it down. And then switch tap. And switch tap. Opposite hand to foot. This is a challenge. And let's repeat. If it's too much to tap the leg, you can just alternate the leg lifts. And it'll still be a really good chance to try to keep those hips up. So you want to try to keep your hips in line even when we raise one leg, okay? All right, let's go again, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingers face the toes. Make sure just to protect those wrists. Good. 3. Okay, guys, the last one. Here we go. Hips high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2. Keep that breath going. 3, 4. Good. Now just push those hips up. Let your head drop back. Take a seat. Hug your knees and around your spine. Okay. We're going to scoot our hips a little closer. Pick up our feet. We're going to roll back, engage our core, and balance. I'm going to give you guys a really fun exercise. It is a challenge, but I'm going to show you. We're going to let go with our hands. We're going to plant one foot, see if you can get your hip up a little bit. And switch, see if you can get that hip up a little. It's okay if you don't get the hip up. Maybe you just place the foot, but it helps us to tap into our lower abs. And then for those of you that are a little more advanced, you can try pushing through the foot all the way up, all the way down. That's a little more challenging. And we often have one side where it's a little easier. Woo, I know that sounds tough for me. Let's do one more each way if you want to try coming all the way up. Woo! Down. Otherwise, just pop the heel, even if you're not all the way up. Strengthen through that leg. Good. And down, and let's rest and hug that right knee and extend your left leg. Circle your right ankle, reverse. Flex your foot and stretch that leg up. Now remember, it's okay to be over here, wherever you need to for that straight leg. Bend the knee, get that hip open. Re-stretch. Lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale. Let any tension just melt away here. We are still going to do a few more working exercises, but we're taking a quick stretch break. So pull that left thigh up against that right ankle. Pull that right thigh in a little closer as you draw the left leg closer. Just giving ourselves a little breather in between. Okay, and then release your right leg. Left knee's in. Let's circle. Good, reverse. Let any tension out of that ankle. Sometimes there can be those stuck or tight places. Flex that foot, extend. Point and flex the foot. Draw the leg a little closer. Maybe bend the knee. Breathe into that hip, whatever you need to do there. Good job. Okay, cross that ankle over the right leg and flex through that foot and just really breathe into it. Take some moments here. Okay, very good job. All right, guys. So let's go ahead now and come to our side. We're going to still have the option to use the weight, but if you prefer not to use the weight, you can do this with just your hand. So I'm going to be on my elbow here, pulling away so that we're not sinking down, and we're going to lift up to that bottom knee. So the bottom knee is back. Top arm is up. We're going to go ahead, kick that leg up, pull the weight down, and back through. So we're going for 8, and 7, and 6, breathing, 5, good, 4, keep it strong through that core, 3, here's 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to bend this knee, stack it with the other leg, keep this arm up, we're just going to tap and lift that bottom hip for 8, 7, 6, keep breathing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then lower that hip, lower the weight for a moment, pull the knees in, stretch toward your feet. You can circle your wrist out, reverse. Okay, stretch away from your feet. And just breathe here. All right, we're going to switch it, legs the other way. So setting up, elbow is under your shoulder, bottom knee is bent, and we have this weight overhead. We're going to lift our hip, okay, keep that core engaged. We're going to kick that leg up and reach that weight overhead. And kick that leg up, reach that weight overhead. Keep your bottom hip lifted. Don't let it drop when the leg kicks. Good. Keep that breath going. 5, and 4, and breathe. 3, and 2. Keep that breath going. Last one. Good. Now we're just going to hold the arm high. Bring the knees stacked together and tap and lift the hip. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. 8, 7. Keep that breath going. 6. Breathing. 5, 4. We can do it. 3. Almost there. 2. Beautiful. 1. Okay, everybody. Good. Lower down. Place the weight down. Draw the knees in. Stretch towards the feet. Circle your wrist. Reverse. Good. And stretch away. Very, very good. Just take some deep breaths. Awesome, guys. Okay, come onto your belly for a moment. So roll on over. And we're going to be on our elbows. We're going to do some work for our glutes. So we're going to open our legs to a V. We're going to lift one thigh, bend the knee, and then use the hip to push over so you can tap that foot. Come back through center and release. So we're really going to be strengthening those glutes and hamstrings. Bend and reach over. Try not to tip your shoulders. We want our shoulders to stay nice and aligned up over the elbows. And make sure this movement comes just from that lower back, glute and hamstring. All right, so we have lift and reach across and through center, release. Other side, lift down, reach across. Okay, beautiful, guys. Couple more, lift, bend, reach. Awesome, last time. Beautiful, okay, now lift your thighs, bend your knees, toes together. Pump your toes up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Thighs off the floor if you can. 4, 3, 2, on 1. Close those knees, bring your hands in under your shoulders. Pull your belly away from the floor and let's push up here. Let's see if we can do a few push-ups from those knees. If you're feeling up for it, you can come from your toes, okay? So no worries. If you want to make it a little harder, go for it. If you want to stay on the knees, stay there, okay? We're going to do 5 more. 5, keep that breath going. 4, you're doing great, guys. 3, almost there. 2, wherever you're at, last one. And bring the knees down, child's pose. Good, breathe, stretch those arms forward. Great job, you guys. Keep that breath going. All right, we have one more exercise with the weight here. Coming up to the hands and knees. Arch your back. Release your spine. We're going to have a flat back and take the weight in one hand forward. And your opposite leg goes back. So I have right hand for left leg back. We're going to lift and tap for 1. Lift, tap 2. Lift, tap 3, 4, 5, 6. Really extend through that back. 7. Now on 8, hold it up around your spine, elbow to knee in. Reach out 1. If it gets heavy, you can drop the weight out. 2, 3, and 4. Now arm and leg go to opposite sides of the room. Squeeze in for 1. Opposite sides of the room. Squeeze in 2. Opposite side. Squeeze in 3. Guys, almost there. 4. Okay. Lower the hand and foot. Take that arm we were just working. Lift. Thread it under the left. Come to your shoulder. And look up over your top shoulder there. Let the side of the head melt into the floor. Good job, you guys. Let's come back up. Cat-cow, big stretch here. Release the spine. Okay, so switching sides. Weight is in that left hand, right leg is back. So we're going to lift and tap for 1. Lift, tap 2. Lift, tap 3. Here's 4, working into that back 5. Breathing here, 6. Here's 7. And 8. Now round the spine, elbow to knee. Reach out for 1. In, reach out 2. In, reach out 3, and here's 4. Now move that arm leg to opposite sides of the room. Squeeze back in for 1. Out to the side in 2. Out to the side in 3. And last one. 4. Lower that weight. Right knee comes down, left arm comes up. Thread that needle. Left arm under the right. Push a little bit with the right hand. Stretch between the shoulder blades and breathe. Good. Just catching your breath for this moment. Awesome work, you guys. Okay. Let's bring the hands up towards the front of the mat. Melt the heart down. Stretch through your shoulders, your chest, your upper back. And then let's come all the way back to our belly. We're going to do a couple more things for our back, and then we are going to stretch it out. So we're going to hold our arms in this rounded shape, okay? Fingers kind of facing one another. Toes are on the floor behind us. We're going to start with just the upper body, lifting and lowering. For 4, and down. 3, and down. 2, and down. Last 1, and down. Now just the legs lift. 1, good, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now put this together, okay? So let's go up. 1, good, and 2, good, and 3, and 4. Good. Now, let's add some swim. So we're going to come up. We're going to swim the arms open as the legs open. Reach the arms forward as the legs close. So we have 4 and 3. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Okay, reverse. Arms go back. Swim open. 1 and 2 and 3, and 4. Good. Hands under your shoulders. Press your chest up. Head drops back. Toes towards the head. Round through the spine. Hips back to heels. Stretch and breathe here. Okay, guys, we are done. We're going to stretch it out. Tuck the toes under. Downward dog. Walk your feet out a little bit. Take your right leg behind the left. Sweep, kick it up. And then bring that knee up for your pigeon. Lift your chest and knee up. Exhale over that leg. Relax here and breathe. Take a couple moments. Catch your breath. Really nice, you guys. Okay, let's come back to our hands. Go back through that downward dog. Walk those feet out. Left leg sweeps up and bring that knee up towards the hand. Stretch that glute out. Lift the chest. And come forward. Find that pigeon stretch. Take a moment here. All right, guys, let's come up. Let's turn this foot in. Opposite leg extend. Just come up and over. Big side stretch. All right, come up, face that leg. Reach up and over. Come forward. Stretch here. And then switching sides. Let's pull the opposite foot and other leg out. Reach up and over. And feel that side stretch. And come up, turn, face that leg, reach up, reach over. Good job, you guys. Let's come back up. Let's open our legs out to a nice straddle. Flex the feet, point the toes, reach to one side. Other way. Good. Let's come through center. Take your time. Walk your body forward. Stretch it out here. Okay, and then we're just going to bring our feet together. Find a butterfly. Take one more stretch to each side there. Good. Circle through the middle. Stretch that back. And let's take that the other way. Side. Circle through the middle, stretching the back out. Come up, take a twist as we sit tall. Twist the other way. And then one more time, just come forward. Breathing into that stretch. Good. Last stretch for those triceps. One arm behind the back. You can pull down. You can even take your other hand under if you want to. And switch other side. Hand on the back. Maybe the other arm comes under. Awesome work, you guys. Coming around. Heels of the hands together as we lace the fingertips. Push those hands away. Bring it up. Hands behind the back. Let's close the knees. Just rock those knees side to side. And then we'll push up and over the feet. Push those knees forward, stretching the quads. Maybe you can lift the hips and pull back a little bit. Good. And then we'll bring our hands forward. Just rock on those feet. Pull the knees to the chest, heels down, hang upside down. And we'll take a slow roll to stand. Big breath in. Exhale. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day.